I'm back.
Hello.
Alright, one more job to end the night.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Crab Bay Aquarium. So this is the aquarium that you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. I thought we could. This is one of those that's kind of. It's a tunnel, so we can literally sweep through it. So
Yeah.
start at the beginning and work our way through. And,
Sweetie, I just started the recording for the YouTube video. Can you come here for 2 seconds? What is this?
it's the ocean.
For posterity in the thumbnail, you need to stand next to it.
I wish this game had emotes.
Alright, that's the thumbnail later on. Okay, lovely. Well, let's have our fun with this then, shall we? Wow, this is a lot of space. Whoa! Yeah. Between the inside of it too. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I might have exposed myself to that.
But yeah, if you wanna, let's go back to the entrance and start there, and sweep through.
Yeah.
Where you go?
I was making a face. Okay, now we're going. Let's see.
Okay. No, we no going past this cutoff point.
Yeah, I said we'll just do it bit by bit, lovely. But alright. So, there's one thing that I did want to talk to you about, topic-wise, and also just for stream chat in general, too, which is Pokemon. And, ironically, it's not due to the leaks, it's due to the fact that I'm getting into Pokemon Go again.
Yes.
Though we can and will talk about the leaks a little bit, to a funny extent, past just the memes.
I genuinely have not actually looked at them. Most of them, because they're not even like proper things, are they? It's like text files and shit.
Yeah, basically. But to sum it up right now, a bunch of my coworkers, I remember when I passed by a customer service desk, I just worked a retail job. We're talking about Pokemon, so I just got to talking about it, and then they said that they were playing Pokemon Go, and I was like, hello? So I played it back when it first came out in 2016. Back on college campus and everything like that and everything too. But I didn't play as much as I thought, just due to the fact of how my high school wasn't a stop or anything like that or so I really didn't have the Pokeballs to do it, nor did I have a card to really justify it. I'm not going to be one of those idiots that then, what's his face? I'm not going to be one of the idiots that put it in their card, because, no. Don't.
I was lucky when it first came out in that I actually started both me and my ex just started working at a shopping center, which meant that I could basically spend 4 hours walking back and forth and have like 10 Pokestops and endless adventure. And at the time as well, the shopping mall had these little cabinets where you could put your phone in and charge it. So occasionally I would okay, I'm gonna lock my phone up, put it on charge, go have some lunch, and then come back and play more Pokemon.
There you go. The main thing is, we have a gym actually nearby. My work. Not at the work, but nearby it. And just because we're out near the heart of the city where I live in, just a lot of natural spawns come around. I think I shared it with you. I caught a shiny Ponyta actually the other day.
You did.
Without even doing anything, I just caught it in the wild.
They show. Luckily, unlike the regular games, the Pokemon Go definitely has a higher chance of getting them, but it is still very nice when one comes around.
I am stuck with a Twesto on the daily Twesto to catch a Ditto, which I still have not found yet, so I'll just keep hedging my bets on that.
Don't worry, me neither. There are certain Pokemon that can show up as Dittos, so you can look them up, as to what are October's Ditto spawns, and it's usually some garbage.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was just any Pokemon, but then again, I'm going off 2016 information.
Well, even then, it's certain chumps, so it's usually Pokemon like Grimer, Litleo, things that you would generally think, oh yeah, I'll ignore that, could be a Ditto. So it's always... If you catch everything, like every Pokemon that comes up anyway, then you'll run into one.
Yeah. But anyway, didn't matter that. Crimson says my campus has so many stops. I played in high school, but not in college, which makes me so mad at myself. That's when I was playing Dodge games, so that Pokemon Go space was replaced by Genshin space at that time. And although I don't regret my Genshin phase at all, I had my fun with it or so. Like, there's so many stops to my college campus, I definitely could have kept it going on. But anyway, 8-year break, I'm playing Pokemon Go again. What team are you, by the way, sweetie?
I'm Team Mystic because there's nothing I like more than completing the Pokedex and
Then
catching Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm Instinct because, haha, Go Team rules! And also Yellow.
Yeah, I don't hate on anyone who's Team Instinct.
Let's
It
go, Charito.
would have been my second choice, but anyone who's Team Melee can go suck it because they're just tryhards.
Yeah, no, the people at my work is like 70% Mystic, 30% Instinct.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we just have a gym. Yeah, like, not our business, but like a nearby adjacent one. They're like, we're barely in range, so hey, that's a free stop in essence and a gym to fight over. So I've been enjoying my time on it, and that's gotten me retroactively like playing against. I haven't played much since what's his face, since Skyward Violet came out.
So I played like during my last job, as short of a stint as it was, there was a route that took me perfectly from like halfway to walking to work to my workplace. So it was really good for me to play both going to and from. It was, there was a gym and a stop at my work, so it was pretty good. At home, I'm just out of range of my gym and Pokestop, but I do get a lot of Pokemon spawns because I'm, like fairly close to the city.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll play it when I'm in town. Depending on my battery life and stuff. But I do really enjoy it. And I enjoy all Pokemon because I've started playing Legend Arceus. I think when I first played Legend Arceus, I actually played it on stream. I was like, wow, I can't get a hang of the controls, and it was really tough. But at the same time, when I actually played Pokemon on stream, I just wasn't in a Pokemon mood. I don't think I was playing Scarlet Violet because they were the new games.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wasn't. But it wasn't until a very good friend of mine recently has over the last year really gotten me back into Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I've been playing it all the time and restarting all the games all the time, going through challenges. And so I picked up, I think just sort of recently, I picked up Arceus again, just thinking, oh, maybe I'll give this a go. Maybe it won't be so bad. And actually, it's really fun, and I'm enjoying playing through it for the first time.
There you go.
So...
I thought that was my burner for Fire Emblems, even though it is my favorite series of all time. There's a time and place for me to be I'm in a strategy game mood, considering how I am playing two turn-based strategy games, visual novels and reverse collapse and Fire Emblem. I am very much so in that feel or so, but it's a time and place for me to do it. If I'm not in the mood to complete my debts or to, think my turns out or so, I am not going to have a fun time on or off stream about it.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really fake for stream, as it were. Not that, stream reactions are fake and stuff, but you do have to have certain things up.
Mm-hmm. Don't mind me real quick, I'm just reading the little dots that says Jessica Trabbit, Krabby McCrabface, and Silent Ted.
Silent Ted, Crabface. Social.
See here, Crimson says, I love PGR, but I'm too busy to play consistently. And, that's just a burn. There's so many games and everything like that or so at all times. But, the fact is, I'm getting my fun out of it to just playing Go on a casual level again. Or am I basically out of Pokeballs no matter how many times I'm spinning stops? Yep, so I'm throwing the burners out, and as I did before. So I'll see how long the Pokemon Go high lasts for me at the moment, but at least for now, I'm having a good time. I completed my first route today because I took my little brother for a walk to a park. Drove him out, took him for a good hour-long walk. We had a good time. I should send a picture to you, actually.
Probably, but also Pokemon Go, we can send each other gifts, and once we hit, I think it's friendship level 3, we can actually remote trade. So I can get all those lovely American exclusives.
There's American exclusives?
Yeah, so Pokemon Go actually has regional exclusive Pokemon. So
the only one that I knew was that one butterfly Pokemon crap. That I remember was
The butterfly is a like it's got its own mechanics
Yeah,
with the
it's like it's
postcards.
nationally exclusive, basically.
No, so there are genuinely some Pokemon that are locked to parts of the world. So, for example, in America, the Gen 1 Tauros is readily available in America, but not anywhere else.
Hmm.
A lot of places are linked to, Asia thingy. The UK only has one unique Pokemon that's just come out, which is Stonejourner, because Stonehenge is, the UK's thing, and it's Galar and all that.
Okay.
Um,
I felt they could have done a lot more for Dower, though, considering how long it's
yeah,
been.
they could. We got one stupid rock, and that
That
was it.
is, like, I get it, but at the same time, like, Dower is literally based off of the UK.
Yeah, it sucks. Um, but but yeah, there's loads of exclusives. I have a few because very very rarely they'll do like global event and they'll release like Taurus or Kostler around the world and such. But it's if you miss it, you miss it kind of thing. So yeah, if there's some more American exclusives I do not have, I will ask you to hunt them down.
I'll take
And
whatever good good IV EVs that you got. Because
oh
that
god,
because I, as always, love my evolutions. I love base Eevee the most, but if I had to choose one, Glaceon's my favorite out of the evolutions. And the fact is, we only had the base 3 back in 2016 when I played. So I looked it up, and the naming trick still does work for all the evolutions, actually. So, okay, once again, once per, but I still just want to have them all. And I have not caught a single 3-star IV Eevee yet, so I kind of want whatever's around.
I do have a couple actually. I think running stuff.
There's no obligation to do so, of course, though. I'm just saying. That's just, my vice. And it's funny that, we got Penny in Skyward Violet, who, is the latest in the train of, yes, evolutions, let's freaking go. Yet, I latched myself onto Iono for cosplay and everything, too.
Yeah, I mean, I just love Nimona because she's hot, but like,
You never said this to me when I said I was cosplaying her.
What? Zoe cosplayed Nimona.
Oh, that said, okay, there's a lot of, things kind of stored together. Zoe did cosplay Nimona.
Yeah, and you saw how hard I, ran with that train. I was just like, oh, show me that Nimona. Like, I loved it so much.
You do a cute Iono? I did. It's still one of my favorite cosplay projects, just for the hair itself and how I got the Magnemites to work too. Oh my goodness gracious.
You are a cute Iono,
It was so good. And for Twitch streamer, that's really the only reason why I did Iono, because it would have been funny for the streamer in the group to do Iono of my RL friend group. Because otherwise I would have done Penny, but then Mary took Penny afterwards anyway. So, all good, all good. Besides, it's great for us doing, like I said, a Star Violet shoot all together. Just Mona, Iono, Penny, Giacomo we had Arden as well in our old group. So 5 people all together, that's really, really good.
That is a great good cosplay in all fairness.
Ah, right, we got all spectrums. We got all 3 paths represented, basically, just about.
Maybe I should do like Fantino or something. I wish there were bad ghost type trainers. Like, I mean, some of them are dope, like Marion, and then some of them are just I'm looking at you, Phoebe. Like, you could have been so much more.
Well, just cosplay the Hatsune Miku Project Voltage collab one then.
Oh god.
It looks pretty good though. Voltage is great, and our group cosplayed Voltage too, of course. You say, oh god, is that a negative oh god?
I don't know. I think maybe I'm just overexposed to Miku. Like,
Well, she is kind of like the Voltoid figurehead.
It's like everything has a Miku collab nowadays. Like,
but I mean that's because they exist out. You don't see like people rambling on about if like BTS got a collab or something like that. So like that's BTS, it's like the Korean, that's like the biggest Korean boy band in all of ever human history.
yeah.
Pokemon is a big brand, and it's not like Hatsune Miku is gonna be picky. It's not like or the corporation behind Hatsune Miku, Don, whatever it is, I can't remember, is gonna be picky about a 2C collabs with. He's got a freaking movie coming out.
She does?
Yeah, legitimately.
I did not know that.
Let me look it up real quick. It's Tsunemiku movie. Project Setai the movie. The Project Setai saw Satsuna Miku. Either or, it still stands. Miku movie.
Oh.
But that's 2015 coming out or so. No, I can understand that right, overexposure, but Project Voltage is a actually really cool collab for Hatsune Miku and Pokemon, and it's still ongoing actually too, with like the artwork and everything like that too. This is really really nice in my opinion. So I would very much so advertise it out to all my friends who haven't seen those designs, since they are great. It's Hatsune Miku as every type of Pokemon trainer, on with every single type. If she was like a gym leader of this type or so. My group did a cosplay of that as well, and there's a lot of collaboration songs too that built off of that, which are really really good.
I'm gonna quickly.
Can Jim make a Pokemon Summon Miku? I can't really recall off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. I do like those type of. Actually, Alistair is really cute as the gym leader, so maybe I do like a femme Alistair. Like.
Oh, this is cool. Too bad that, you know, since Alistair is, like, you know, for Sword and Shield, he is exclusive to one game, and then the other choice is B, which, you know, like it or not, female online, so sad.
Well, I mean, it's but you know, I got Shield because I just loved everything about it, and I just love ghost types as well. So being able to,
I got Shield because I think all my friends got Sword, and that was really it. And also, it's like Eevee chances. Eevee was gonna show up more in Shield than Sword, so I was like, alright, I've made my choice.
See, I don't even think it was that. I mean, I preferred the exclusives to Shield. I think I was always going to get Shield, mostly because my sister wanted Sword, and we got them at the same time to play them together.
There you go.
Not when they came out, but like the other month we did it. So.
Cactus says Hetsumane at his best Pokemon trainer waifu. Okay, Normie.
Hexmaniac?
That's very mean to say, but like, very lukewarm internet take.
Here's the thing though, like, my sister actually said that to me, like, when Hexmaniac showed up on screen, and my sister was just like, like, funny that you should cosplay as a Hexmaniac, and I was like, oh, maybe. I can be a deranged lady, like...
Okay, that's a very deranged thing to say.
Wow, who would you think?
Just saying that you can be a deranged lady.
Look at the fact, sweetie, that the ocean tank glass is finished on this side, but if you hit 10, you can still see how
no, I was trying to see which part of the glass we hadn't done yet, but then I just kept doing that. Hey, I'm gonna go up on the ladder, and then you can take care down here. I'll just spray from the top, because it's too cramped if we keep bumping into each other.
True. I'll spray from the door.
Yes. But getting back onto this, since I finished the go point, really, yeah, how much have you heard about the leaks?
Not a lot. So the main things that I got from the leaks were like a lore pipit about Pokemon, and like the one I posted basically.
Yeah, so Pokemon. You and I talked about a few things off stream, which should be kept off stream.
They are being kept off stream. I was very tired,
and you are just being you.
I was just being me, but it was funny as well.
By the way, after this, if I don't remember to do so, remind me to set a group chat between the three of us then, so we can share the love.
Oh, I will absolutely do it. It's basically going to be the equivalent of PR chat, but we can... Because, like, we don't talk to PR separately anymore, we just do it all through there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I feel like we can do that with Iron too.
Like it says, I'd probably cosplay as a Pokemon Ranger, or like Furry Jin Pokemon Ranger. There you go. Kappa says, I think I'm just gonna work for now. Have a good night. Have a good night too, Kappa. Thank you for coming on and chatting with us. And don't be afraid to once again post about, you know, what you need to talk about earlier in chat too. Or like, later in the Discord too, because we are here to help each other out and pop each other up. But you already know that.
And
have a good
also,
for now.
And genuinely, I mean this to everyone, like, not just to sort of outreaching. Like, you will hopefully see me around more in Cruzy server and just around. Anyone can feel free to reach out to me if they want. Like, I am just friendly, flanny, approachable. Ooh, so
Defend
like,
you with
yeah,
a spider.
pretty much. Like, if anyone wants to talk to me, they can. Like, if anyone's like, "Wow, this girl's interesting," I like that, and like, sure, go for it. Like, I really don't mind, and I just thought I'd bring it out there because yeah, you'll see me around in the cruise ship, and if you're in like GaleForce, obviously you'll see me there. So I thought, why not just say something? Because, hello, yeah, I ain't going anywhere.
But getting back to it, yeah, the main thing that I've really been seeing is like, talking about, it's like, I am not the most well-informed person about this at all, too. But the main thing that's been making the rounds on the internet, of course, is the failure of Order C when it comes to, of two ends when it comes, on that. I'll talk about the less polarizing end of people talking about, it's like, oh, some of, like, the gameplay facets from, like, not just designs, but, like, some gameplay, like, making, I saw one post today that was, bad, like, very bad gaming take of, like, wow, they're making so much use of, like, the 3D models and making battles look so much more dynamic. Why didn't they do it, even though it's possibly playable? Brother, like, for some of the games, they're already pushing the 3DS to its absolute hardware limits. That it can probably barely take what it's trying to output for just showing 4 3D models at the same time of your trainer, and then the Pokemons, let alone 6 if it's a duo battle. And I saw, like, yeah, just read some posts talking about, it's like, well, why didn't they do it? Huh, they're so lazy, why couldn't they? Listen, you are not a game dev. Those are probably strapped on the way, probably for hardware limitations to my thought process. Once again, Nintendo pushes its devices to its absolute limits, and that is both a credence and also, like, it is not big compared to other games at all, compared to other companies. You compare, like, the specs of a Switch to a PlayStation or anything like that, or so the specs of, like, a Switch is, like, comparable to, like, an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3. It is like a gen back, and they still make things work, because that's just how Nintendo always makes their consoles, people.
With time and effort and love, it's like, so with like Pokemon Sun and Moon, it was like, wow, we have the game was filled with so many features, and then they went and released Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and they did lag. If you didn't have a new 3DS, they did lag.
Or just, like, the Star Wars Violet, like, when it came out. They, like, every review was around the 8 to 9 range that said everything about this, from the choice that you have, not just doing the champion's journey, but your side paths, to the variants of, like, just getting to explore, not just, like, what's the biggest complaint about Sword and Shield? The wild area just really felt awkwardly not intuitive or so, whereas now in Star Wars Violet, it's not the wild area, but just actually just getting to explore around on your legendary mount, of course. The variants of game or so, much so felt a lot more interconnected to the world, and the big, the thing that, like, the fact that, like, the only big dig that most games had besides nitpicking, and most reviewers had besides nitpicking, was just performance issues, which is unfortunately the standard for Nintendo games nowadays. Then, like, yeah, like, there is a lot that can be done, but there's probably also a lot on why those that gameplay benefits, I say in very big parentheses, were strapped, because you can't.
But all of the complaints being about like early performance issues and bugs and stuff. Like, so my sister got Scarlet recently. Like, maybe it was 6 months ago, a year ago. I basically convinced her to get Scarlet so she could play with me, and she spent the first session of her game just going like, oh my god, this is all amazing. And it's just the tiny little features, things like, hair blowing in the wind, or like covering your eyes when you come out of a dark cave. Just tiny little details that she just absolutely adored, because it was so different to like Sword and Shield or any of the past Pokemon games she'd have played, because she really hadn't played a game since Pokemon X. And yeah, so from like an outside perspective, Pokemon is still just as enjoyable as it was, whereas it's only like your stupid tryhards and like critics that are just like, oh yeah, it doesn't live up to
didn't
Diamond
live
and
up to
Pearl
the
or whatever.
long-wafted expectations of a generational franchise. Dude, live in the moment here.
I love Pokemon, right? I absolutely adore it. It will never get old for me. But I have to say, and I mean this in like I saw this comment as well, and I'm gonna reiterate it. Pokemon fans suck. They will find everything to complain about. Like it's
Pokemon
like
artists? Yeah. Pokemon fans? Nah. The one criticism
they-
I will, of course, lay on, though, and I feel like this is a common sentiment, if, like, Game Freak has always just been on the we need to have the yearly release schedule for whatever it is when it comes to, and, like, you know, of course, like, the biggest shining example in modern day when it comes to it is how the COD devs did it, in which case I say the COD devs, as in the 3 studios that they work with now, Activision, Sledgehammer, Treyarch, that they've been doing for like, the past 5 generations to keep their stuff to different qualities, I will say, just due to them having to keep pumping out something year by year. If Game Freak just said, hey, we're having an off year to make the next installment better, that would be so good. Imagine if we only got Star Wars Violet this year.
The thing is, though, they've actually done it now, right? Because they tried that. They were doing it yearly, and this is how. Because they released Arceus, and they're like, oh, this is the game we're working on. Oh, but I guess we need a main series game. And they had another studio make Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, which went badly because it was full of bugs, and it was, you know, everyone's shouting it because it was, you know, it's you know, you removed all the best bits and all the quality of life stuff that you put in Platinum, and they had a real big problem with it. And so they basically said, okay, we hear you. We're not going to do that. So this time, after Scarlet Violet's come out, the DLC's done, they're like, right, well, we don't have a game ready, so we're not going to do one. That is why 2024 doesn't have a release. And I am so in awe because it means that I think that ZA might actually be good. And I'm so excited.
I tossed like one good example out because I was watching, because it also popped up on me, Scott the Woz videos.
Oh, fuck Christ. Okay.
What, is that good or bad?
I just don't like him, but him continue.
I mean, like, what don't you like about him? Just, like, in general? How the way he presents? Or, like, what exactly?
Just in general, it's just a personal gripe. Anyway, continue.
Fair enough. But the main thing was, like, I was just, like, the video that he was talking about was the earlier release, which is why I'm talking about the COD example. Or, like, the other example that I never thought about, like, I'm just gonna paraphrase him, it's like, yeah, you got this yearly Assassin's Creed game, and like, you know, it's not bad, but here's the problem, 5 years later, and now you've just released Not Bad 8. And it didn't click to me that Assassin's Creed, for example, was a yearly release.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, the actual content drain of having to keep up with that was so bad. I only kept up with it till Black Flag, because that is a, like, you know, the trilogy and then Black Flag is absolutely the shining point of the series, in my opinion, and I won't fight anybody who says anything otherwise.
Nope, and everyone will say the same, because it is pretty much the universal agreed that Black Flag is, like, the best game in the series. After that, there was some, you know, they have some hits.
There's some shining parts, I'm not going to lie, but as for, like, an overall complete package, the trilogy and Black Flag. Do you remember the game that came out by Ubisoft, like, maybe, like, a year ago or so, Stolen Bones?
No.
Yeah, this is I didn't remember it. TLDR, there was some big meme of Ubisoft marketing it as the first quadruple A experience ever. It bombed heavily, and everybody was like, Ubisoft? You're Ubisoft. Black Flag, which released like 12 years earlier, does everything better than your new pirate game. What are you doing?
It's hard
to his credit,
to,
one, yes, Ubisoft should be absolutely tanked for that, and two, Black Flag mentioned, let's go! Let's see, Crimson and Kaito in chat. I just like Pokemon, it's fun. I also like Power World. Isn't Power World more like art with a glider and critics like watching Pokemon? Yep. I know like some people are really turned off from Power World for different extents, whether it be, you know, some of my friends are absolute Pokemon stans and will not stand for that exactly so. Some of them, like for Zoids, for example, here, like, you know, like what was the like one big thing? The shot value of having your powers work and that slave labor side, like, yeah, that's not a shining way to really showcase what is very overlooked when it comes to the main one of like, we know like Pokemon battles for the games is actually are battles, but there's a lot more than just the, humanitarian or just like, universal side of Pokemon as companions that the slave labor kind of thing for automated tasks really turned a lot of people off.
It's the fact that it's part of the marketing. It's not just, oh yeah, this is our game. This is...
Yep.
This,
it's the marketing, or like, your penguin buddy, he's also ammo for your rocket launcher. Like, both.
Yeah, like,
in one extent, I can say, like, aha, that's funny. I'm shooting a penguin out and he blows up into an ice thing. But the other side, like, it's not like calling PETA for animal cruelty, right? At the same time, it's just, huh?
It's like, yes, what's your selling points? Well, this is Pokemon with guns and slavery. Like, no.
Yeah, like, if you said Pokemon with guns, that's cool. But then when you say slavery, it's like, that is not comparable. And it doesn't help, too, when it's also, like, from the extent of that, can you catch the other trainers? Can you catch people? And then, that doesn't help you out on the internet at all, does it, people?
Even then, Pokemon with guns, just, it feels like, kids in the playground just being like, oh, they're playing an imagination again, they're playing Pokemon, and then they go, it's like, oh, wait, my Pokemon is a gun now. Like he beats all of yours because he has the biggest gun, and it's like, oh, mine can shoot rockets that are Pokemon. And it's like, okay, you're just trying to out one up each other, and it's stupid.
It's like, it still is succeeding to a big extent. It's also like expanding like the studio, if I remember correctly, as well. So like, good on the Power World company. I can't remember what it is for that. Like, as a game dev side, like for indie developers, especially with the Pocket Monsters territory. Because, after the Nintendo lawsuits, that's just, Nintendo being Nintendo, but we'll see how that comes around, too, and everything like that, or so. For the industry, good or bad. But the fact is, too, it's like, when shock value is a big promotion of the game, like, you will absolutely get some people, I'll probably, attribute it, I'm strawmanning here, of, I'm a millennial, but, Gen Z and underneath or so and everything like that, will probably be like, yeah, Pokemon with guns, that's cool! But then, on the other side, Zoe, for example, is the most abstentious. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but, she made her opinion very clear on it. It's just straight up no. Because of that, and I am in agreement with her. I don't have any problems with anybody people playing it, but I don't have any interest in it myself. Yeah, that turned me off from minute one.
Yeah, I mean the whole concept, even just the fact that it's a Pokemon clone, turned me off from minute one. Like I just can't stand the fact that they got away with it.
If I wanted to play a Pokemon like that or so, I'll just play Cassette Beasts. So that's its own independent cool thing. It doesn't it's got its own unique spin, and it still keeps the core idea. Play Set Beast. I will show out for it, because that's a really cool game.
Weirdly enough, I just play Pokemon. But it's so... It always got to me that it was like, oh yeah, no, it's oh god, I'm gonna click inside the clan. Okay. So, okay, it's a Pokemon, knockoff, whatever. But at the same time, because with the lawsuit, right? I enjoy that they have finally been sued. The problem I have, and now I'm really torn when it comes to the Power World lawsuit, because I want Nintendo to win, because I don't like Power World, right? I want Power to go, not because people who play it, fine. People who enjoy it, fine. I just don't like Pokemon clones. But it's the way Nintendo are doing it that is bad, because they are not suing them for any one thing. They're not suing them for, particular. They are building up loads of tiny little patents, like the way they throw the ball, or the way that you can catch and feed a Pokemon.
Yeah. If I could interrupt you for 2 seconds to address this, this is immediately tangential. Crimson in chat says, honestly, I think it's a bit odd, especially with the weird stuff. Mostly I find it funny that the only thing Nintendo could find to see was an ability to see a shadow of a character to the wall. Isn't even a word. But yeah, it seems insidious, but once again, like I said, I'm filled with trepidation over the industry, because it's a small pad, so yeah, it's not like a trademark throwing a Pokeball. It's kind of like, I I'll use the most obvious Western one. Monster Energy, the energy drink, tried to sue, I think it was Ubisoft for the trademark name of for the trademark word of monster, just because they had a game called Gods and Monsters. Or go back to the Fine Bros drama in like 2018 when they tried to copyright the word react.
Oh god, yeah.
Like, it seems like really you're trying to copyright this, but the fact is, like, especially for bigger companies like that, like the Fine Bros or like Monster Energy, or like Nintendo, it is both either making a statement if they lose of saying like we're not afraid to do this, so you better back off on any of our other property, or if they win, then that's where it starts to get gray. Because what else could they win? They could make 10 lawsuits, and if they just win the one, then that starts a precedence for what other cases they can build for putting up their IPs and everything like that. So that's like I said, I am watching this with trepidation, both because one, it's one of my jobs to watch gaming news, and two, because this is a potential landmark case, depending on how this goes.
It brings me to my exact point as well, that if Nintendo win this, they basically become absolute monsters in the world of like lawsuits, because they could do this to anyone. It basically stops any, you know, small company that has an idea for a game making it in any, you know, they have to tread on all of the eggshells to make sure that they don't get a big Nintendo shaped clam up their ass. Like, they
do you really have to phrase it that way?
I couldn't think of a better way, but like, you know what I mean? Like, the Nintendo become a powerhouse in the fact that it's like, okay,
it's sort of monopoly, especially.
Well, yeah,
is I
like,
think the most, or is the most layman's term word.
It really is, but it's not even just because it's not. Oh yeah, we've got a monopoly on, you know, beast catching games or whatever. Like, you know, because Monster Hunter is its own unique thing. Like
that's tangential.
But like, what I mean is, just the way they're doing it with the, you know, the tiny patents. It means that they could do this for anything, any company. You know, they could.
Yep. Like I said, they can sue on 10 different things. It doesn't matter if they lose on 9. If they win the one, then that's still a precedence that's set.
Imagine being sued by Sega because you made a hedgehog run. Like,
oh goodness gracious! Or like I said, yeah. Once again, like the lawsuit was thrown out for the Gods and Monsters one, for example, because how would you confuse an energy drink with a video game?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
really?
It's exactly why they lost. It's like because you're not
once
using...
again, why everybody pushed back? Like, how can you copyright an entire word of react? It's not reaction channels that are only doing it themselves. There's a lot more than just the YouTube content brain rot of Ets profession reacts to Ets video game or whatever, stuff like that, or anything like that. You're not gonna copyright the word fucking react.
I mean, it's still all over the place. You see, like, lawyer reacts and doctors react.
That's my point. I think my favorite one that I'd seen on Twitter recently was like, I think like opera singer reacts to, I think like it was like a random innocuous video game that had like no big thing on music, and somebody on Twitter lit the guy up was like, what does blood even bring to the team? Because at first glance it'd be like, okay, what is this? But then I remember like digging into the YouTube channel and seeing it's like the guy broke down like the ambient, no, it's like, yeah, opera singer reacts to Silent Hill 2, I think it is what it was. But right, the guy, it's like the opera singer, was actually like a music analysis, both like not just like vocals, but like ambience and everything like that in video games. Like, no, this man does bring something to the team. But it's just funny of like both the clickbait side and also like, yeah, what blood thinks it really is on the team. When it comes to what people are doing with, yeah, that React side or anything like that or so. Let's see here. We are missing shallow tube corals, ocean room vents, diving helmet front port.
Yeah, the diving helmet I'm trying to cover. Oh yeah, there's some muck at the bottom. There we go.
The muck in them files. The muck at the bottom. I'm sorry.
Ocean vents. There. Are there any more vents in this room? Or is it just 3?
I don't know if it's just... over there.
It could be on the other side actually. Let me go outside the shop.
I was looking at it earlier before we got into the tank oversight. Take the door off. Oh, I thought I was on the windows, but no, take the door sensor is what I need to go back to. Very beginning. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's no vents on this side. Wait, the
Yeah,
ticket entrance at
Yeah,
the
back to
very
the beginning.
beginning.
I missed a sensor.
Alright, I'm
There you go.
gonna.
No, I got it. I got it.
What else we got?
Shallow tube coral, one of them.
Will that be in a rock pool or?
No, back to the beginning. I see it.
Well, the shallows is.
It's the one right underneath the first information center about hermit crabs.
Yes.
Ocean tanked cell.
Well, that's the ocean tank. So.
You have 1 out of 2 shells. Game won't let me go up the ladder. Oh my goodness, game won't let me go up the ladder. Thank you, game.
Okay, I got the other shell.
You got it?
I got the other shell, yeah.
Ocean room vents.
I'm just gonna spray these vents again just to see if they like
I'll go up and around.
tick off. But they all look done, so I don't know where there would be any more vents.
Unless there's like another backing that we don't realize.
Is there one on the floor?
Oh, those are lights. Let me grab the ladder here. See if it lets me up in a capacity. Nah, not all the way up. It's here.
So,
Panel 3 vents. Maintenance door stuff. So let me just get that then too. This ladder is gonna be the death of me, dude. Let me up. Let me up. Here we go. Names door.
if I click on
Alright, just a little bit more in the frame.
ocean tank. Oh, ocean room vents. Okay, so not ocean tank, which means it's on the other side. Ocean, because the ocean room is this big display place. So the ocean room vents are on the floor here.
Ah, okay. And then I'm trying to see what part of the frame that we haven't gotten here yet. Ah, the right side.
And
Side
on the top.
Yep.
Yeah. Give it a final spray underneath as well. There we go.
There we go. Nice stuff. Lovely. Nice stuff.
We did it.
Oh, the time lapse is only at the very end.
Wow.
That's funny. That's cool, though.
Here we go.
Wow, that was good thoughts overall, I will say.
What a fun and interesting day.
Alright, well, we'll call it there. So, to stream ending, I am going to replace this soon with like probably my new recordings, sweetie. So it'll be really fun.
You should also remember to actually get some stream ending music again at some point, because it's silent.
I mean, I could, but that's because I have my stream deck playing my music otherwise then instead. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. How dirty all the stuff is all would start? Yeah. Sorry I didn't get to read too much more, but it was just, yeah. Oh, Fossil Fighters was a good game too, Taito. But anyway, it's 11 at night, so I just want to rest. So, wherever you are, wherever you may be, whether it's on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or more, it's been your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship server, and Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. Thank you everybody for joining on in, and have yourself a wonderful night. You want to say anything more, sweetie?
I've had a really good time coming back. It feels really nice to chat with everyone again, to get back into this environment, and just do the whole thing that I absolutely adore to do, and of course I adore Cruzy. So I also hope everybody has a lovely night, or a blessed morning, depending on where you are. It's 5 AM for me, so I need sleep. Yeah, have fun. Bye bye.
Once again, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening, or night, at least from my side of the world, have a wonderful night now, y'all. Since Ein is currently sick, I probably will not be doing anything with him Thursday again, so we'll just see what's on the docket. I might do my Engage stream or Reverse Collapse, or the other order I might be looking forward to, but we'll just see how things are feeling. Might also just hold an off day, just haven't been to the arcade in a while, but at least once again for now, thank you everybody for coming along, and have yourselves a wonderful night now.
Bye.